Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for what will hopefully be the penultimate time to the Canadian farm. We're continuing on the harvest we started in the last episode, and I have the worker going again in the New Holland. So you can see that the weeds just grow everywhere there is ground, by the way. So we're going to be running around in the fast track trying to unload it and succeeding because this thing can go like 70 kilometers an hour and the harvester can only go 10. Well, will only go 10. I can only go 10 because it's harvesting. So let's get this show on the road. I don't think I've got any new mods that affect gameplay all that much. I got a couple of new vehicles, but that's about it. And I won't be using the vehicles in this, in this LP. So I know I even mentioned it, but that's the thing. I've got new mods. So let's just unload the combine here, and I'm actually quite tempted to get a second one, but I know I can't afford it. So that's the combine emptied. Let's go over and empty out the trailer now. And I'm kind of half thinking, do I want to sell everything or just kind of deal with it the way things are? I know I could cheat and sell the combine because the vehicle rental mod allows me to do that. It's a bit of a bug. It hasn't been fixed. But that's a bug within the mod. I put this in the description of the last episode on Canada, and I didn't mention it in the video because I didn't know at the time. I actually watched one of David Oldfield's videos. He's one of the guys with OEB modding. He explained why the vehicle rental mod I had where I could rent by the hour isn't working. And the reason for that is Giants don't want people encrypting mods. Which is realistic. It's a fair enough thing to be doing. So if you make your own mods or if you edit mods, do not under any circumstances encrypt the mod so that other people can't edit it. If you encrypt a mod, you're never going to be able to use it. Giants have put a hook in that if the game detects encryption of a mod, the game will not use the mod. The only things that the game will allow to be encrypted are the DLCs, which go into their own separate folder. And yeah, so that's why the rental mod is dead, and I've had to switch back to the one I don't like as much, but I do still like. It is a weird situation, I will admit. You know, I don't like this mod as much as the other one, but I like having the ability to rent equipment. So I've switched back to the one that I'm not as fond of because it works. Other than that, I don't think any other mods have been broken by patch 1.3, which is kind of amazing. I was expecting quite a few more than just the one to break. And I was kind of expecting drive control to break, but it seems to be working just fine, which I'm not quite sure why, because it did actually hook into game files and edit them and modify game files, so it shouldn't be working, but it is. As soon as I see a new version of drive control, I'm going to get it because it'll be patch 1.3 compatible. I know there are a couple of maps at the moment that Giants have broken because of patch 1.3. Well, beta, but there are maps out there that work perfectly. They just throw up log errors because of the new patch, and that's a thing, apparently. I've seen it on FSUK, so just beware if there are log errors. Some of them are actually just caused by the beta patch. I'm not sure which ones they are, but there are log errors that are purely 100% just down to, hey, you're using the beta patch, here's some log errors for you. Yeah, other than that, not a whole lot's been happening to me. Well, a whole lot's been happening to me, just not a whole lot. want to talk about in videos, or I can talk about in videos. So I've been I haven't been playing Farm Sim as much lately, but when I do, I'm normally recording, which is... It's kind of nice to just have a game where if I want to record, and I know this is the only game I put up on the channel, but it's kind of nice to just go, oh, I want to record, so, well, I want to play Farm Sim, so I'll get some videos done, so that I'm able to get a bit farther ahead for YouTube, which is nice. And today I'm actually recording because I need to get farther ahead for YouTube, on YouTube, which is kind of different. Whoop. So hopefully Field 2 will definitely be done this episode. Field 3 I'm hoping to get done the next episode, and then we'll set it all off. I think there is... yeah, all the sell points are kind of grouped up together. So that's fine. I've missed the turn-in point. I'm just going to go across the grass. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. So I'm still playing with normal graphics. I'm not willing to turn them up to high for Coldborough Park because Coldborough Park is a quite extreme map, unfortunately, and my computer isn't a big fan of it. That's just down to Bullet Bill has amazing detail in the map. Really. I did edit it and take out some of the trees, but then I realized there were thousands of them, and I was like, no, I'm not going to spend 6 hours deleting individual trees, so that the feel of the map remains the same, but it's just got less stuff. And I could have spent 6 hours individually deleting trees around the map, but I'm not that dedicated to map editing. So let me think, what else has been going on? I've been learning Blender for reasons, and that's interesting. I found a wiki book called Blender Noob to Pro, and I thought, oh, this would be great, it'll be kind of shortish and teach me all the essentials. I was half right. It teaches me all the essentials, but it's a 2,000 page PDF. Well, 1,873 pages, in fact. And I'm up to page 100 and... I think I'm up to almost 200. Where Blender's finally being... You're finally told, hey, open Blender. Everything else is kind of introducing the XYZ axes, orthographic, isometric, and perspective projections, and that kind of stuff. Which is kind of necessary to know for Blender, but really long explanations of stuff that you might not be massively interested in. Again, really helpful for Blender, but I know there are going to be people out there who use Blender and say, oh, well, you don't need to know all that stuff. All you need to know is put things into ortho and trace them, which is perfectly fine. I mean, if that's the way you want to do it, that's the way you want to do it. It's not the way I'm going to do it. And I'm probably not going to be making Farm Sim mods. I'm just learning Blender for the sake of learning Blender right now. There's a reason I'm learning it, but it's not for Farm Sim. It's not anything to do with the channel. Technically, it might affect the channel, but it's nothing to do directly with the channel or Farm Sim at all. So I think I'm doing well unloading this combine, because every time I come back to unload I get like a mostly full trailer. Field 3 is going to be the fun one, because I'm going to have to fiddle around there and dance and do the Macarena and stuff. And I know this is supposed to be Canada, and I'm driving on the left a lot. It's because Coldborough Park actually has traffic, and I'm used to it. And I'd rather not accidentally start driving on the right and start crashing everywhere. I'm still really tempted to just bring everything to the shop and sell it. Because I don't need any of this stuff anymore is the thing. I think I'm just going to leave it abandoned. This is going to be a map that I'm probably just going to be deleting off my computer, because it's good, but it's not really good enough for me to say, oh, I'm going to keep this map. I've kept Banticow because that's a really good map. and I know there are people making individual triggers for the soil mod fill types, the soil mod spray types. So if and when they're released, I may return to Bantacow with Courseplay in hand and set up courses for all 4 fill types so that I can actually get things done in Bantacow instead of spending 13 hours with the small sprayer. That was painful, trust me. That was... I don't mind 3, 4, 5 or 6 hours doing something that's kind of, oh well, there's a lot of it to be done, but 13 hours is, yeah, it's a bit excessive. So I think the harvester is done. Yes, it is. So let's hop into the harvester. Let's manage to find a ditch. Well done, you idiot. How did you miss this small bit here? This is why people hate farm sim hard workers. I'm done, I'm not. Missed a bit, but there's a ditch. Wee, I love ditches. Big dig dirty ditches. What side do I want to go down? I'm gonna start on this side, which is probably a risk, but I'm willing to take it. So let's get the pipe out, because I'm gonna need to empty out the barley to get the oats started. Let's hop back into the fast track. And let's go empty the combine. And dump the remainder of the barley. So 12 minutes in, yeah, we should actually get all the harvesting done within the time frame I want, which is nice. Episode 20 is going to be the last episode on this map, as I've already said. So it's possibly going to be a bit of a longer episode, because I want to get everything. Number 1, I want to get the oats off field 3, and number 2, I want to sell all the grains and all of everything. Not all the vehicles that are going to stay for reasons, but all the grains and stuff. I just want to see how much I had in storage, to be honest. And then we're going to move on to another map, I think, possibly. I'm really not sure. I might just do more Oldborough Park videos, because they seem to be a bit more popular. So let's get that going. Let's hop into this. Let's head away. While he does like literally nothing with the oats, because the oat yield on this map is atrocious. In reality, oats yield about the same as wheat and barley, or similar numbers anyway. But for some reason, this map maker's decided, oh, oats will have no yield whatsoever. They'll essentially be a cover crop, and that's all they're really good for. One thing you should know: if you cultivate if you have soil mod and you cultivate under the chopped straw, you actually get plus 1n to your nutrients, or times 1n extra to your nutrients. So, oh my god, oat yield Y. So that's it's a nice thing, but it can screw up your calculations. So you're best off being a bit careful with chopped straw and soil mod together. Because you need to take that into, you need to take the extra 1n into account, you really do, to make sure you don't screw up like I regularly do. So that's that. I also learned last night while I was playing on an off-camera map, I was testing out some mods on a Bjornholm mod map. Actually, the Bjornholm mod map I edited for the soil mod installation tutorial. I was testing soil mod out there and testing out a couple of other mods, and I discovered you can't actually go N and then PK. So you can't go out with a spreader and pellet spreader and go, oh well, I want lots of NPK, so I'm going to spread N and then spread PK on top of it. If you do that, you'll end up with whatever you put on first is what you got. What you get. So you can't put NPK and then N on top of it. Which is a bit of a shame, but there's almost definitely a good reason behind it. I just realised I edited this field. I modified this field so that it'd be easier to seed in the future, and I haven't seeded it since. That was the most pointless modification. Yeah, oops. Oops. I kind of have to do this now. And now back out. And he's stuck now, isn't he? You absolute mom. 4-wheel drive and all of the diff locks. There, that's how you get out of a ditch. Next time try not to end up in one. Oh, what kind of... Because that's efficient. So what I might do is start selling off, like, the wheat now. How much wheat do I have in storage? I know some people are really getting annoyed with this PDA mod, but I like it. We got 16,000 in storage. That's about 2 loads. We can sell that off. Sell that off quite easily. For some reason there's lime storage, which I didn't know about. So let's have a look. Wheat at the freight yard at the shipping office, 603. So we'll go to the shipping office with the wheat and set it off. Put on our beacon for the sake of it. And I love the fast track because you can do stupid stuff like driving down the road at 70 kilometers an hour and then just suddenly deciding, oh, there's my turn. Whoop. So I think that's where I need to go to load up on wheat. Oh, I've got a cup of tea here. I forgot about. I'll just open up that so that it starts to cool down a bit. Thermos mugs, get one. See, especially if you're like on your computer a lot and you want a cup of tea, and you got a habit of forgetting you made tea. Thermos mugs are where it's at, yo. Wheat, please. Go. So we're off up to the shipping office, which is essentially to left. Nice. So that's hidden up in behind the biogas plant. I want to say that looks like where it is. Whoa. It looks like it's in behind the biogas plant, so I'm going to have an explore up here. Seriously, I'd love a G27 right about now, so that I could have like one hand on the G27, one hand on my cup of tea, and have like all of the things. But I don't, so meh. Shipping office. Oh, it's actually just over off this road here. So it's up here. Oh, it's a grain elevator, okay. So let's set off the wheat. Nice and tasty, all the money. We're probably not going to make enough back to like pay off all of the debt that I've incurred, but 5,000 per trailer, and we're going to get another trailer out of this. Is quite nice. So I'm going to drive down the correct side of the road this time and head back to the farm. Go full speed. We'll just cruise. Alright, whoops. Change the finger I'm using from my Xbox controller. Tea. Tasty. Ah. Oh, that weird taste was from the... Okay. I was getting a weird taste from my tea and I realised there was actually loads of residue in my cup, so I wiped it down with a towel before I made this cup, and it tastes quite nice now. I'm just gonna nip across here. More wheat, please. And next up is barley. We'll figure out where to go with that in... Well, it looks like we'll be figuring that out in the next episode. So what I'm going to do to finish this episode is get really annoyed at Twitch for continuously sending me emails. I seriously get like 50 emails a day from Twitch, like, this person's gone live who you never watch. Thanks, Twitch. I don't watch them. This person's gone live who you watch once a month approximately. Okay. This person you don't know, who you don't even remember subscribing to, has gone live. Twitch, are you high? You're like really twitchy. There are some streams I do love though. KSP TV, if you're a fan of Kerbal Space Program, go watch them. I'm gonna just give random shoutouts. Das Valdez. If you're new to Kerbal Space Program and you want to learn how to do things good fast, he is definitely worth watching. He's very entertaining and very knowledgeable and more than willing to help out with pretty much any problem. Including... oh, that was actually a CV thing that I don't need. I checked my emails there. Did you notice? Including like really stupid problems that you probably shouldn't have had, like, hey Das, and this, I've seen this in history before. Hey Das, my ship keeps exploding. Is 17 SRBs a bit too much? Yes. Yes it is. 17 is always too much to lift a single capsule. If you're like using those boosters, no. Always more SRBs. Yeah. So I'm gonna learn to speak English. I'm gonna end the episode here. Okay, I'm gonna slow down first of all. I'm gonna end the episode here. In the next episode we will be pretty much continuing where we're leaving off now. We're gonna empty the harvester, dump the oats and sell the oats and barley, and oh my god, didn't realise he was this far down the field. Seriously, the oat yield literally everywhere is better than this, and I don't think the price of oats is high enough to... what is the price of oats? 6.54. It's only slightly better than... yeah, I think he's went and screwed up the scripting for oats, because realistically with this kind of yield it should be about the same price as canola, whereas it's only just better than barley. Yeah, if you're playing on this map for whatever reason, don't ever grow oats. Unless you just want straw, then use multi-mowing to get rid of the oats themselves and just pick up the straw. In any case, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to unload the combine and dump the oats. I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on the Canadian farm. Please comment, like, and subscribe and all that nonsense. As I've already said, in the next episode we'll pretty much be continuing on with this stuff and finishing up the map, because I'm really... honestly, I'm just bored of it. It's a good map, but it's not good enough. It's too flat for me, really. And the only dips or raises in the terrain are really sudden and abrupt and get your tractor stuck. So, until next time, stay safe and goodbye.